Hello, I'm Cameron Montgomery, an assistant professor at the Faculty of Education, University of Ottawa, and senior researcher for the Center for Research on Educational and Community Services. Today I'll be talking about student-teacher, teacher, and university professor stress and coping. I will present outputs from my research program, starting with 1, the development and validation of an overarching conceptual framework on student-teacher and teacher stress and coping. 2, the application of this framework to research with 1, francophone student teachers, and 2, francophone university professors. And finally, I will present results and implications for theory and practice from these 2 studies. In terms of the development and validation of an overarching conceptual framework on student-teacher and teacher stress and coping, I'll present cumulative interdependent steps. The first step was while I was doing my doctoral thesis on the link between student-teacher stress and social problem solving. Next, a CRECS project research grant on the link between these same 2 concepts was amplified to student-teacher and teacher stress. This led to a theoretical, empirical model or framework of construct relationships of student-teacher and teacher stress, coping, emotional response, and burnout. We can see within this model that it's cyclical, it's bidirectional, going from external stress through active coping to emotional response and leading finally to burnout. Around this circle is an environment, personal support, and personality or personality mediators, and outside of the circle, but inherent within the model, are background characteristics such as age, sex, city, and years of experience. This model was validated through meta-analytic lenses, i.e. statistics, and the strongest relationship or correlation was between stress, negative emotions, and burnout, that negative pole we just saw in this model. The implications to research are strong. Negativity does have an impact on stress and burnout. This framework or model was applied to a group of francophone student teachers, whereby we took several of the concepts, not all of them, and found a link between stress, coping, and burnout through what's called a structural equation model. That was the type of analysis that was done. In other words, an example of this result is that a stressed out student teacher that is coping passively or dysfunctionally has a higher chance of burning out. Implications for research are important, and negativity or dysfunctional coping strategies must be monitored before they lead to burnout. Next, this framework was applied to francophone university professors, whereby we linked we linked stress, coping, locus of control as a mediator, and burnout. Once again, a stressed out professor that's coping dysfunctionally and externalizing has a higher chance of burning out versus a stressed out university professor or a professor that's experiencing stress, that is coping functionally, that is internalizing, has a lower chance of burning out. Some of the implications for theory and practice from this overarching theoretical empirical framework and the 2 concrete studies with francophone student teachers and francophone university professors are the following. Negative emotions lead to burnout. Internal locus of control helps mediate burnout. Student teachers, and university professors should have resources available such as yoga practice, positive thinking techniques, and visualization. These types of resources may be considered as functional coping strategies. The link between cognition and affect must be present in student-teacher, teacher, and professor training. Currently, I am looking at adolescent stress and coping. I am developing and validating an overarching conceptual framework on adolescent stress and coping with the intention of applying this framework to research with francophone adolescents in sociolinguistic minority environments across Canada, i.e. Ontario and Western Canada, and 2, Anglophone adolescents in sociolinguistic minority environments, i.e. Quebec. Please stay posted and thank you for listening. Have a great day.